7'1" medium heavy Mojo Bass St. Croix rod, and my Lew's Tournament Pro Series reel. This is like my creature bait, soft plastic, you know, setup. I had fluorocarbon on it for the longest time, but I finally ran out of the spool, so I am going to put some monofilament backing on it, and then I got some Power Pro 50-pound braid that I'm going to double uni to that, and then because I'm going to be fishing a lot of heavy vegetation, heavy cover on the river with this rod, and I got some other stuff that I'll show you when I get there. But first of all, I'm going to tie the arbor knot, best knot in my opinion to tie to the spool first, and then go a couple wraps around the spool so that braid doesn't slip, and then we'll double uni the braid to the mono, and then we'll spool up. Okay, y'all, so bear with me. This is always tedious, but I'm gonna go through the line guide, under, and we'll pull a lot of line through. I'm gonna use all that tail end to go under the spool. Make sure I'm not under that. Okay, getting there. If I could grab this freaking, come on, line, come on, gosh dang it. Grab these needle nose pliers right here. Okay, here we go. Alright, I don't know if you'll be able to see this arbor knot on camera or not. This monofilament's hard to see. But basically, I get my main line, I take the tag in, go under the main line. Alright, under. And then I go over these two. And then I get right here and I come up, and that'll make that little circle. Alright? And then you take the tag in and you do a overhand knot like so, pull it tight, and then pull it down to the knot, and there you go. Okay, and I'm gonna clip this tag in if I can with this knife. Dang it. You don't want to cut your spool up, but okay, this knife's sharp. There we go. Now, I'm gonna get this rag right here. I can hold some tension on it, and I'm gonna spool up. A good little backing. Okay, now that's plenty. Alright, now to the double uni to the braid. Alright folks, I got the mono thing holding down so it's tight on the spool. Let's open up this. Now, you can talk to a lot of people, but a lot of people love Power Pro. I got 50-pound test braid because the heavy cover and everything, and then if I fish around rocks or whatever, I'll just tie a fluorocarbon leader on, because braid does not do well against rocks, but it's good in wood and vegetation. Cuts through vegetation. It's good around wood, like so. I'm gonna be using this, throwing in heavy trees and a lot of lily pads and stuff on the river. But anyways, let's open this up and I'll show you how to tie a double uni. Okay, y'all, so basically have the main line of the mono going that way and the braid going this way, and they want to lay on top of yourself a little more than I did. But now I'm going to pull it tight, grab that tag in, All right, y'all see that? Okay, now we're gonna do the exact same thing on this side. So, see the mono? We'll make a loop over both lines. Get into the loop. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, now I'm gonna pull them together. I'm gonna cinch this one first. And wet them. All right. Now I'm gonna cut the tag in. Okay, so that's what you get. I know you probably can't see it too well. Gosh dang it. But that's what it looks like. Anyways, so now we're on to the next step. Okay, for the next step, you got a pen or a pencil, doesn't matter. Got this Amazon box. I'm gonna get through, but then I'm gonna put the pencil back in. That way, I'm gonna make sure, you gotta make sure when you're putting on line that it is coming from the top. Okay, that's a big deal. That's a big deal. Okay, now we're gonna put the cap back on so it'll hold it. Did I do that backwards? Yeah, hold on. There we go. So it's coming off the top instead of being coming off under. And then I'm just gonna, oh, let me catch up to itself. Okay, now I'm gonna use this little paper napkin. I'm gonna hold some tension on that, and we're gonna spool her up. Always look at what your reel is and what it's rated for. This Lew's Tournament Pro reel is rated for 50-pound braid, that's what this is, for 120 yards, and this spool is 150 yards. But I put a little mono on it, but I can get a lot on here, or most of the spool. Braid's expensive, so you don't want to waste it. But a lot of people swear by this Power Pro braid. It's a good all around. I just got it on sale on Amazon. It was, I don't know, 13% off, so I said might as well. this is what I'm gonna rig up. I'm not punching by any means, but I'm like, I would call it semi-punching, and right on the edge and a little bit inside of lily pads, but they're not super thick. This isn't Lake Okeechobee. We're on Alabama, but we fish mainly rocks, which if I'm fishing rocks, I'm gonna tie on a leader, fluorocarbon leader, but I'm not going to do this on this setup because this is going to be mainly for tree tops, big falling over trees that have fallen in the river, and slight grass mats and stuff. But I got these, picked these up on Tackle Warehouse. Interesting looking bait. It's basically just got two like crawl legs on the bottom, and it's got a little slight orange to it, but they've got the skirt legs, like two on each side of the body. And then I got some little 3/8 tungsten flipping weights, so not super big, not not too small, pretty much perfect for what I'm doing. And then I got some peg stoppers to put above that weight so it doesn't move, because when I'm flipping in this stuff and fishing this stuff, I don't want my weight sliding down the line like a normal Texas rig, because it will get wrapped up and get me hung up. But anyway, I'm gonna rig this up and we'll see what she looks like. So what I have here is a more of a straight shank hook, and they're supposedly better on not getting hung up in fishing the type of stuff that I'm about to be fishing with this setup. So instead of an extra wide gap where it'd have a bend right there, this is straight. So we will see. And this is a 4/0 Gamakatsu, because those are 4-inch baits, and I'll usually on a 4-inch bait I'm using 3 or 4 alt hooks. Just me personally. I am by far no professional. I don't fish tournaments. I do this all for fun. I've been doing it my whole life, so just for your information. So for all the tournament guys and pro guys, this is all for fun. So you might hate my setup, so whatever. Okay, now folks, to put the peg stopper on the peg, all you do is go through with your line through that little loop at the top, and then like that, and then it'll guide it on there, and then you can pull it up and then pull your line through, if it'll come on. Pull your line through, and there you go. Gosh, I dropped them. But there you go. There, you see, it is on. So simple as that. Now I'm gonna put my weight on. Slide this baby down. We'll tie this hook on, and we'll put one of these baits on, and we'll go test out the rig. Okay, now, and for braid, I like to, let's slide this stuff up a little bit, give me a little room. I like to double your line, like so. Give yourself a good bit to work with. So my line is doubled up. Go through the eye of the hook. Get your little doubled up piece right there. We're gonna do an overhand knot and go back through the hole, cinch that down. So I screwed that up a little bit, but I'm gonna pull. See, I left myself enough tag in. I'm gonna pull and see if I got enough. See, my tag ends right there. Now I'm gonna go over the complete hook, and then pull her tight. Make sure my knot's on top. And that's her, and I'm gonna cut that little bit of tag in. Alright folks, now I'm gonna pull that peg stopper down just like so to keep my weight right on it. And let's bust into these. These are tight lines. I like that bass with the sunglasses on. That's pretty cool. But I've never used these before. I like it. Simple packaging. 4 inches long. They just look cool. Look good for what I was doing, so I had to buy them, test them out. Got them on 4th of July sale on Tackle Warehouse. But let's see. Let me close this bag before we check them out. Okay. I just really like the looks of that. I like these little skirt legs, and I like that. It's kind of like a, oh, and it's got a hook hider right there. But I just think that's a good looking bait for flipping in heavy cover and a little bit of vegetation. So let me rig her up and we'll see what she looks like. Good looking bait. And that's a, what color is it? It's green pumpkin with a little orange flake in it, which I like. Okay, y'all, that's what we have right there. So that's a good looking bait. See the hook's hidden. It's just, I just like this bait. I just really like it. I bet it'll catch bass too. I mean, I know it will, but hopefully pretty good. But I'm about to go see what it looks like in the water. Take y'all with me. Okay, y'all. Well, what I came down here to do is just break in the rod, the line, get everything wet, whatever. I'm not really fishing. I'm just getting the new line, you know, accordingly. But I think you'll probably see in the video earlier when I was spooling it that it heavy spooled on one side, and I think it's because of the uni knot. It was a little big. I kind of screwed it up, but I've been throwing long casts or whatever, and it's done worked itself out. Now it's even all the way across. It feels good. Now this is more of a pitching instead of long casting setup, just for like off the boat, you know, up close pitching and flipping around docks, heavy trees, and little vegetation. But man, everything's good. I like everything about it. I could throw farther than that, but I'm just not doing it right now. But and obviously this is not how you fish this bait, but I was just down here getting it all set in, basically broke in, and I really like the way this bait, I like it a lot. It looks good. Throw that baby in the top of a tree or in some lily pads or right on the edge of them, and probably hook up. It's just it's a big bait, like it's a big profile bait, kind of. Just, well, it's not, but like the side legs make it. Like these little skirt legs, they just, when it's in the water, it just makes it seem a lot bigger. I guess you could say this is in between it's kind of like a beaver style punching, which I'm kind of gonna be doing, like a little bit of that, but not much, more so in thinner lily pad little bunches and just heavy trees. You know, you can see this river. Just fishing this all around this river would be probably a pretty good setup. So anyways, that's the video, and you know, I like it a lot. It looks good. That was a big old, I guess, spoonbill. Just jumped right over there. But anyways, y'all, as always, fun time. Just, you know, I'm not a professional or anything. I do this for fun. It's just, I live in the country, always have. I hunt, fish, and watch sports. That's about it. And work. So my whole lifestyle's around hunting and fishing. But anyway, I'll catch y'all in the next one.